everyone, I hope you are having a great Friday. Alright everyone, so in this video, I did the products that work, part 1 and 2. And in this video, I am doing the products that do not work. Now I know it looks like there's a lot of stuff there. There's stuff I'm going to be showing you in this video. And then a lot of my go-tos, and I use them so frequently that I don't put them away, I just leave them out. So that's why it looks like that. So once this group of product is gone, it won't be so, I know it probably looks cluttered. So, alright, so the first thing, these are the products that did not work for me, or that I didn't like, or something like that. So, alright, so the first thing is, this is L'Oreal Infallible Advanced Never Fail Makeup 18 Hour. Okay, so come on this way. Alright, and I did a review on this, and it did not come through. It did not give a good review. And I will put that in the description box. So, it just, of the claims it had, it didn't do it. So, it says 18 hour, and it just didn't last. So, and I can't even wear this, it's too dark for me, but I did it because it's on L'Oreal's website, and I wanted you to know whether it was a hit or not, and it wasn't. So, alright everyone, moving on. Oh, and this, if you're interested, is 604 Natural Ivory. This way, there we go. 604, twist, there we go. Natural Ivory, okay? Alright, here, maybe you can see it there better. There we go. 604 Natural Ivory. Alright, next. Okay, so I've been looking for a hydrating primer. I was using Laura Geller Spackle. Then I got Wet n Wild Vitamins, which I like very much. Then I decided to try e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. Okay, what I did not like about this primer, okay, is this. It comes out like this really weird goo. See that? It's just kind of gooey. And the thing is about that, oh, and like, it will come out like a string out of the pump, so I don't want that one either. So what I don't like about that, I'm going to apply some on my hands so you can see this. It's just gooey. It's just really gooey. See that? It's just really, really gooey. That's the way it looks, and it doesn't set up well. It didn't for me. I didn't know how I was going to apply my foundation because of the gooey, how, let me see if you can see, there we go. Let me see if I can turn my hand just a little bit, and you can see it here, even on my finger, if you can still see it. Alright, I just don't like that, and it's still just kind of sitting here. It's not really doing anything. I just didn't like that. So, and with it just sitting there like that, if it doesn't ever soak in, how can you apply your foundation? So, that was just a no for me. And I've only used it once. I have used it again just for this video, but for me, if it came out more like a gelish liquid, that would be okay, but the way the product is, no, I just didn't like it. Okay, so the next one, this is L'Oreal Matte Lock, And I did this review not long ago, and it does come out like a lotion. Um, but it just, oh, and there's contents under pressure with this. Um, it just didn't do what it did what it said for a while, but then it stopped, and I was dealing with an oily T-zone all day. It says long wear, but it was not for me. So, you know, I mean, it worked the same. I have another primer coming up, and it worked the same as that. This is $13. I expect it to work better than this other product I have, which is far less. The price point demands, in my mind, it should at least give a time range, 8 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, and then do that, or at least work, 5 hours would be a plus. But it just didn't do that. Um, so this, um, I'll probably use it still until I can get, um, an oil control primer that actually works, because of the lotion. It's a lotion instead of, there's another, primer I have coming up that I don't like either, and I'll show you why. Okay, so this, I'm using it still out because I have to right now, but um, I'm getting one that works. All right, so the next one along that line is Wet n Wild Matte, and you know it does matte, it does for about 2 hours, and then it's not matte anymore, and you can't continue to apply the product over your foundation. So I would just have to continue powdering every hour to 2 hours continually, throughout the day, throughout the wear test. And, you know, at a $5 bottle, you know, $5 or less, okay. But at $13, no. So, and both of these are the same. The L'Oreal's may be a little bit thicker. L'Oreal's might be a little thicker. But it's a white product. It's a white lotiony. This is a little more runny. L'Oreal's is a little bit thicker. But it comes right out. L'Oreal's does. So, the contents seem to be under pressure with that. So, alright. So, this at the price point, okay. This at $13. No, I wasn't impressed with that one. It worked the same way. Alright. So the next one is, so this is, Profusion Lash Out Loud. Alright. And it says that it gives length, volume, and lift. And it does all of that. Everything it says on here, it does. Everything. Alright. What I didn't like was this. See the end there? I didn't like that. And I had to constantly put the product back in to the tube, like you're saying. And then there'd be more goop, sometimes more goopy mascara on the wand. And I just really didn't like that. So I'd be sitting there trying to get all the mascara. It was on the tip, and even maybe sometimes on the wand, back in the tube. So I stopped wearing this. I bought something else. But it really does what it says. If you like products like this that give length, volume, and lift, and you don't mind, all the mascara, all the product heavily, so then you'll probably like this. Alright? Because it's a good mascara. I just didn't like that. Alright, next. So this next one is Baby Skin. And Baby Skin, the texture and the product is a lot like e.l.f. The e.l.f. Primer I just showed you. It's got the same texture. It has the same setup, and I just didn't like it. I bought this one first. I didn't like it at all, and so uh, if you like these type, then you'll probably really like this. If you don't buy it. All right, because it's not just price; it's also the product and how it applies and works. So, all right, now Master Prime is kind of similar. It's not goopy. Or it doesn't have exactly the same texture as e.l.f. and Baby Skin. Um, this is a little bit different. Okay, so it comes out more like a smooth gel, if you will. All right, it looks like this. Okay, as you can see, it comes out more like a smooth gel. So I could even handle this a little bit better, but it's still, you can still see the goo. It's still kind of gooey. And I mean, I just have a difficult time with, the set. It just, some of these just didn't really set. They just kind of stayed gooey. This is what my finger looks like. So, I really don't like that. I like to know when I put a primer on that it is set and ready to go. When it's just sitting there like that, I don't like that. And it's not even disappearing into my skin. It's just sitting here on my hand. Okay, so I don't like things like that. So since Master Prime wasn't better, I thought maybe it would be better because it wasn't the same texture, but no, it's not. It's the same, and I just still had the problem with the set, how it worked, and it doesn't even say on here really how to apply, or they'll say wait a couple seconds per set. It doesn't say any of that, so I just really didn't like that. So that's another no. All right, so then the next product, okay, so I bought this Revlon Color Stay Day to Night 24-hour wear, and I really like this palette. I thought it was so pretty. Look at these colors, all right? The colors are just really, really pretty. Oh, goodness. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. One of them has a mirror. You'll see. Okay, look at those colors, how pretty they are. They're so pretty. I really like the red. I thought the red, still to this day, it's like this iridescent, shimmery red. It's so beautiful. And then the other two on the top are just as pretty. Look at that. I just thought that this palette was so beautiful. And it creased. It kept creasing. And I even tried a different method of application, and it just didn't work. So, I was kind of disappointed with that because I really liked the palette. I have not tried it again. I've done that a couple of times. And I tried, a different method and it didn't work. So I'm done working with them. All right, this is another Revlon palette that I thought was really unique when I saw it. I've not seen a palette like this before. This palette is the one with the mirror on the top, and but the colors, the way they're sitting, I'm going to show you this. The colors, the way that they're sitting in the palette, they looked really interesting and just really kind of cool the way they are. And I have to say they are beautiful. If you can wear cream colors, you may like this. This did not work for me. It did crease. It creased on my eyes, and no matter what I did to fix the problem, it did not work. So, okay, so these are the swatches, all right, and I used primer, all that, but it just didn't work. So, you know, it creased it on my eyes. I'll put the video in the description box. You can check it out. But the swatches are really beautiful. And the colors are really beautiful. If it stayed, I'd have so much fun with this palette just because of how pretty the color combinations are. And they're just so shimmery. And this one right here is so beautiful. And then there's some others in here like this pink one. All of them are, but some really, really stand out. Look at that one. This one. All right, everyone. That is my list right now of the products that didn't work for me. Some of them I worked with. Some of them I just, I tried a couple things and there it is. I've got one more product. They just wouldn't do it, and I'm just not going to spend a whole lot of time trying to finagle a product to work. So I've got one more. Okay, so this next one is you'll see. Just a moment here. I apologize. I needed to wipe the swatches off my fingers. There's been a slight change of format of how I'm doing this video, and if it looks like there's just a bunch of product, there is, but it is usually like this. There's a set of product that stays here all the time, okay? And then this product in the front was specifically for this video. Most of this product, all this product here isn't usually here, but much of the product that's back here are my go-tos. And then I just did a video on the products that work, so some of that's there. So it looks like a mess, but it isn't really. All right. The next one I have is Milani No Pore Zone. Okay. No Pore Zone. And this is this mattifying primer with lily and bamboo extracts. All right. It says ultra pore minimizing, blurring, oil controlling primer. All right. So, and it says it's got a matte finish. So this is what Milani did. I'm going to show you what the product is like. Okay, so here we have another goo product. I can't even call it a gel. It's not like a gel. It's gooey. It's a gooey product. And I don't like it when I can't tell if the product is set. See, it goes on like that, and then it kind of just stays like that. I'm going to put it again on my hand. Alright, it's on my hand. You can see it there. But you would think it would soak in. It doesn't soak in. It just sits there. I don't like that. Same way with e.l.f. I was annoyed with that. I want a hydrating primer or a primer that sets and, does what it says, and it doesn't. It's still sitting there. You know what? It's like 100 degrees outside. It's hot. This thing should be liquefied and already in my skin, and it's still sitting there. I don't like that. So, I figured out as far as my chin, I put a lot on so you could see the product and what it looks like. If I put just a small amount on my T-zone, that it would eventually, soak in and matte. But the thing is, it didn't stay that way either. But just a little bit. If I put even a little bit more than that little bit, it would just stay gooey and it wouldn't do anything. I even had to wipe off the product from off my hand just now. I don't like that. So I'm really going to be, watching the product that I get, that I don't get any more of these gooey products that don't work very well. I'd rather have a lotion or something like that. Both of these are lotions, okay? And they do work, not like I'd like them to, and not as long. But these are just difficult to work with. So this is a no for me. Now you might like it, and that I apologize. You might like it and it might work for you. If it does, I'm glad. But for me, it just didn't. So, alright, everyone. That is all for this video. Um, I hope that you are having a great day. I hope you have a great weekend. And if I don't see you before Monday, I'll, it'll be sometime next week. So, alright, everyone. I love you all. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for being my subscribers. I appreciate all of you. So, I do have my favorites. I should do one on that, my favorites. I think I will. Alright, everyone. That is all for this video. I love you all, and I will see you all later. Have a good one.